Hey guys, Drifter here. Welcome to Modern Warfare Remastered in Depth. In today's episode, we're going to be reviewing the Skorpion SMG. This is one of my all-time favorite Call of Duty weapons, and as much as I love this little submachine gun, I can't honestly tell you that it's really a great weapon in the traditional sense, but it is very fun to use. Today we're going to be jumping right in with the damage, which is 50 up close and then rapidly decreasing down to 20 at a distance. This means that it will kill in between 2 or 5 shots, and yes, I said that correct. This tiny, goofy, weird little submachine gun can 2-shot drop people, which is very unusual, and this is without stopping power, mind you. That's very unusual for almost any Call of Duty game. It has a damage profile similar to DMRs or very heavy assault rifles. Unfortunately, that range is going to be pitiful. The 2-shot kill range is 5 meters. That is half of shotgun range. That is almost within knifing range. It is an incredibly small range, and the 5-shot kill range is 10 meters, which is basically the extent of shotgun range. So outside of shotgun range, you're going to be dealing your minimum damage, and you can see there's a very rapid decline in damage from 2 to 5. So most of the time you're either going to be 2 or 5, and it's just not going to be a very consistent feeling submachine gun. However, if you put stopping power on it, things get a little bit crazy. The damage with stopping power is 74 up close and 28 at a distance, meaning that it's still 2 to 4 shots to kill, and you would say that I don't think stopping power is really that great on this weapon, but bear with me, I'm going to talk about that later on. But having 4 shots to kill at range is nice, but 74 up close is just absolutely crazy. That means in a good number of situations you're going to one-shot people that are already injured, but I've got something else I can throw on this. Headshot damage is 1.4x, or 40% bonus damage, however you want to look at it, but that means if you get a headshot with stopping power up close, you'll deal 98 damage, which is almost a one-shot kill, because you have 100 health. That is just plain crazy. That means if they've been hit by a flashbang or two, if they've jumped off a building and taking just a little bit of knee damage with a knee crack, if you're catching them during a health regen, if they've been nicked by a pistol, if anything scratches them, you're going to one-shot people, and you're just dealing a colossal amount of damage in general, which is something that I'm always a fan of, and that's just crazy to me. Unfortunately, though, the Skorpion is kind of like a BB gun without stopping power. Even though I say, yeah, it's got 50 damage up close and it's 5 shots at a distance, blah, 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 you have to be really close to kind of get that 2-shot kill. And Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, or COD 4, is a game of very high-powered, very fast-killing weapons, and having it take 5 shots to kill at a distance does make it a BB gun, and it's especially a BB gun against Juggernaut users. I was going to put in pea shooter, but I already used that in a different episode. The Skorpion is kind of the original pea shooter in the Call of Duty series. You will definitely get that feeling more than once if you decide to break it out. Rate of fire surprisingly fast at 857 rounds per minute. Not the fastest in the class, but faster than you would expect. Double tap makes it pretty crazy at a little bit over 1100 rounds per minute. I generally don't recommend double tap. I'll do its own in-depth episode, but if you really want to dump bullets downstream, you can do that, but I find the magazine to be too small to justify. The Skorpion, with all that damage range and rate of fire and all, it's going to have a wildly inconsistent time to kill. Sometimes it's going to feel like you're nuking people and you're dropping them instantly, and other times it's going to feel like a pea shooter or a hit marker machine. This is not a consistent weapon. This is not a weapon that very many people have a good feel for, and unfortunately that makes it not traditionally a good weapon. It does have a few other good things about it. The hip fire is very good. It's the same as the other submachine guns, but since you're trying to get close to people, and most people run this with steady aim, it's going to be good. You're going to be able to hose them pretty quickly, and the Skorpion is an extremely accurate and easy to control submachine gun with minimal recoil. It is almost more of a laser than any other fully automatic weapon in this entire game, perhaps one of the most accurate submachine guns in any Call of Duty game ever made, even more so than the MP7 in Modern Warfare 3, and I think that's why I really like it. It truly is a laser. You just put that dot on somebody and just hose them at pretty good range. You don't have to control your shots too much, and that makes it very fun for me, and it kind of counteracts the low damage because it's so easy to aim. You do get a lot of hits on people. Unfortunately, Unfortunately, the magazine is very small. You're going to need to reload it very often in order to kill multiple targets, which is an issue because it has a unique reload animation in that you can't sprint cancel or ADS cancel or anything kind of like that, and the full time of the reload does not match the animation, so you have to wait for the entire animation to finish and then a fraction of a second for the gun to actually reload. This causes it to be very bad feeling in a lot of people's hands. A lot of people say they see the animation and they're like, alright, the gun's reloaded, I'm going to sprint off, and it doesn't reload. It's very goofy feeling, it's out of sync, the animations are kind of screwed up there, so you have to be very, very patient with the Skorpion because it's got a very long reload time. The iron sights are unfortunately a sin against mankind. They're one of the worst iron sights in any Call of Duty game. I can't recommend using them, not with a silencer, not with anything. Red dot sight's going to be the way to go. You can use ACOG if you want to, but that hampers the accuracy. ACOG hurts the accuracy for most of the weapons in this game, and it really hurts the Skorpion, but it is kind of fun. I mean, it's kind of fun. I mean, you're already using a goofy gun, so why not go full goofy with the ACOG? Ultimately, at the end of the day, the Skorpion is a niche weapon that works best up close and with stopping power. Now, if I'm recommending it up close, a lot of you will say stopping power isn't necessary, but it's very necessary against Juggernaut users, otherwise you just about can't kill them with the Skorpion, and it's necessary because you'll pick off a lot of people that have escaped gunfights with one shot, which is very, very satisfying, and it gives you a little bit extra wallbang potential. However, if you're running the weapon, it is low damage for the most part, and you will run out of ammo, and the reload is goofy. So choose your secondary well, because you will need to use your secondary weapon if you plan to use the Skorpion. Just get one that you're very comfortable with, and don't feel ashamed to put the Skorpion away and just draw your secondary, because it's much, much faster than reloading this weapon. Guys, that's all for this in-depth episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something useful. If you did, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Drifter out.